Welcome to Empowered. I am your host, Kim. I am so excited tonight to have 3 Bible characters with us. But tonight, we're going to focus on one, and her name is Lydia. Hi, Lydia.
Hi, so good to be here with you, Miss Kim. You know, I always welcome free advertising, and you're welcome.
For what?
For whatever I'm selling and you're buying. Speaking of which, David, can I interest you in some theory in purple? Your next wife would love it. And you, fishy man, my fabric is perfect for carrying home your fish after a long day at the market.
How many times do I have to say it? I hate fish.
Well, ABC, always be closing. Okay.
I don't ever miss a good deal.
So Lydia, really, our viewers want to know what makes Lydia, Lydia. You're successful. You're an entrepreneur. You are such a good salesperson. What makes you, you?
Well, I used to think it was just a blessing from the gods. I mean, I am unique. I am very persuasive, and I can get pretty tough. This one time, in fact, I made a grown man with a full beard, not this one, cry for his mommy.
So you said used to. Can you tell me a little bit more about that?
Well, yeah. So I used to think that there were many gods. Until one day, these 2 men came to my town, Paul and Timothy, and they started talking all about this one true God and this guy named Jesus. And all of a sudden I realized all these things I've been believing about these other gods, none of that was real. But there was this one true God. Oh, he's the real deal. Paul and Timothy, not the best salesman. But Jesus? Oh, Jesus got me. Yeah, the Holy Spirit, he came right in and boom, I'm his.
That is so amazing.
It is so amazing. He's so amazing. I love him more than purple.
Whoa.
And that's saying a lot. He's the best.
Oh, Lydia, thank you so much for sharing, and good luck this week.
Wait, I don't need luck. I was made for this. God made me for this.
Oh, wow. I can't wait to get back from the commercial and to hear more about Lydia. I'm sure she'll have a lot to say.
On this week's episode of Nailed It, our cooking competition goes head to head. We've got 3 outstanding cooks. We've got David, the mighty man after God's own heart. We have Jonah, straight from the fish's mouth. And then we have the mighty hostess with the mostest, Lydia. So join us this week on Nailed It. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be outstanding. Join us for Nailed It. You're not going to want to miss it. You're not. You're not. You're not. You're not.
Welcome back to Empowered as we step into the life of Lydia.
My name is Lydia, but I'm betting you already know that. I'm kind of a big deal. You see, in the Roman world, I've actually kind of like made my way, which is no small thing for a woman in a man's world. You see, in my day, it's the men who run the businesses. But it's my eye for the fabric that's made all the difference. But not just any fabric. Oh, there's just one type of fabric that I'm willing to buy and sell. I don't sell the black fabric. It's not the green fabric, although that is lovely. It's not the blue, it's not the reds. There is one color fabric I'm willing to sell. I bet you've guessed it. It is purple. Because here's the thing. You want to know who buys purple fabric? It's not just anybody. Because this stuff, oh, it's not cheap. There's one type of person that's willing to buy my fabric. It's royalty. That's right. There are kings and queens walking around in my fabric. You've probably heard of my booth. It's the biggest in the entire market, Lydia's Linens. It's kind of a big deal as well. I know it's valuable when I see it. Oh, I know it's valuable when I see it. I know it's valuable when I see it, and when I see it, I sell it. And not only do I see it as beautiful fabric, but I get others to see it as beautiful fabric too. I just have a way of telling people what I see and talking them into it. It's beautiful. My business has been so successful. I even have my own house with servants. Yeah, I thought I was pretty big stuff until one day I was traveling through the city of Philippi, and there's a group of women, and we decided to stop, and we were just chatting and hanging out, and up walked two men to talk to us. There were two men who were willing to talk to women, which is kind of a big deal, and their names were Paul and Timothy. You see, they came looking for a huge prayer meeting, and all they found was us. But that didn't stop them. These men stopped and took the time to tell us all about the one true God. They stopped and they told us all about Jesus and what he had done and how he had died on the cross and how if we chose to believe in him that we could have life forever. And as these two men were talking to us, it was so strange. I felt something inside that I'd never felt before, and I think it was the Holy Spirit. And as they were talking, I realized that this God wasn't just for these men, but that this God was for me and my friends too. That day, everything changed. My business was no longer for me, and my business was no longer about me. My house and my servants were no longer for my comfort, but God was willing and ready and excited to use me and to use what he had given me for the sake of Jesus and for his church. It was really cool. Not long after we met Paul and Timothy, they got thrown into jail. But when they got out, they came to my house. And I got to use my house as a place to serve them and to love them and to take care of them. And not just them. After that, I had missionaries that wanted to come and stay with me. And all the money that I had earned from this really great purple fabric, the Lord gave me opportunities over and over and over to give it away for the sake of Jesus and his church. So let me encourage you. Maybe God is calling you to be a missionary to go around the world. Maybe God's calling you to be a pastor at a church or to lead children's ministry like Miss Kim or Mr. Brandon. Or maybe God's calling you to be a businessman or a really strong businesswoman. Maybe he's calling you to be a mom and a dad, but you know what? No matter what the Lord calls you to be, no matter how old you are or how young you are, you can use whatever you have to serve Jesus. Let me encourage you to do that.